Think about this for a second. What's your ultimate financial goal? Is it buying a home, building wealth, or simply getting out of debt? Whatever it is, you need a roadmap. Without one, you're just hoping for the best. And hope isn't a strategy. Hey, goal crushers and dream chasers. I'm Timothy Cortez, financial advisor, educator, and life coach. Last time, we broke down the 5 steps to financial legacy. And today, we're taking it to the next level. We're going to design your personal financial roadmap, a guide to set clear, short-term and long-term goals, adjust for different life stages, and stay disciplined while keeping flexibility. This episode is all about clarity, direction, and execution. Let's dive in. You've heard it before. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Are your financial goals actually clear? Think about it. If I asked you right now, what's your financial goal for the next 12 months? Would you have an answer? If not, let's fix that. You can break this roadmap down into long-term and short-term goals. For example, on your financial roadmap, you could have short-term goals, 0 to 3 years. This could be your emergency fund, paying off debt, saving for a down payment, or long-term goals, 3+ years, home or real estate, paying up your retirement vehicles, 401ks, IRAs, Roth or otherwise, IUL, annuities if you need them. And of course, last but not least, saving for your child's education, because we want to keep this generational wealth going. So here's a pro tip for you. We're going to use the SMART criteria. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. We're going to use specific time frames and numbers to make it more relevant. So instead of saying, I want to save money versus I want to save $1,200 in the next 12 months by setting aside $100 per month for my child's education. You see how this is more relevant, specific, measurable, achievable, and time-bound versus this one. All right, let's pause here for a second. What's one short-term goal you want to achieve this year? Say it out loud or write it down now. Your financial roadmap isn't one size fits all. What works for a 22-year-old fresh out of college student is different from someone in their 40s planning for retirement. So here's how to shift your strategy based on your life stage right now. All right, so in the early stages of your career, maybe your 20s to 30s, maybe even pushing into your 40s, you'll focus on 3 things. You're establishing your emergency fund, eliminating debt, and early investing. Once you've established your foundations, you'll hit your mid-career point, sometime in your 30s to your 50s, at which point you'll focus on maximizing your retirement contributions, diversifying your investments, and start estate planning, thinking about your retirement. And for the last life stage, pre-retirement and beyond, we shift to a strategy that focuses on income-generating assets. Where is our income coming from? Then we have to solidify our legacy plan. Who are we giving our wealth to? And wealth preservation. How are we securing our wealth? So instead of looking at stocks for growth, where the market can possibly crash, we can look at options like bonds for a more fixed rate and not have to worry about such things. Every asset is different, and you should always do your own research before putting your money somewhere. Never count your chickens before they hatch. This is where adaptability comes in. Just because you start with one plan doesn't mean you can't adjust. Quick story. During the peak of COVID, hospitals were overflowing. I was working hard to support my family when I caught the virus. Every symptom hit me. I felt my life slipping away. But thanks to my family's support, I found new gratitude. That moment forced me to rethink everything. I needed to prioritize my health, wealth, and self, not just for me, but for them. I've been in debt twice and had to dig my way out. At one point, I was on the brink of bankruptcy, if not for some generous benefactors. I was ambitious, but I was not financially disciplined, and it nearly cost me everything. I didn't understand how life stages impacted my financial planning. What's the lesson here? Your financial plan should grow with you, not hold you back. It was thanks to COVID and that sickness that I had a big wake-up call. It was really the best thing that ever happened to me because it made me realize what I needed to prioritize. And that's what this is about. Financial family values. The values part. What matters most. So with that, let's move on to segment 3. The balance of discipline and flexibility. Let's talk about staying on track. Discipline keeps you moving forward, but flexibility keeps you from breaking when life happens. Think about a GPS. If there's traffic, does it tell you to give up? No. It recalculates your route. Your financial plan should do the same. So here's how to stay on track without feeling restricted. So for staying on track, we can schedule regular check-ins, monthly or quarterly. We could also set a flexibility fund, maybe 3 to 6 months of expenses to the side as a buffer for any situation. And we can also follow Kaizen, the 1% rule, improving by 1% daily. Now imagine that applied over a whole year. That's 365% improvement. Now imagine doing that for a week or even a month. 1% daily adds up. And remember, life works in seasons. If you neglect to work in spring, you'll suffer in winter. So here's my challenge to you. What's one thing you'll do today to move forward on your financial roadmap? Maybe it's setting a real financial goal. Maybe it's scheduling a regular check-in with yourself. Whatever it is, take action today. Hey, let's take it even further. Share the next step in your financial roadmap in the comments below. If you found any of this helpful, don't forget to like the video. And subscribe to be informed for the next episode of Financial Family Values Podcast. This is Timothy Cortez, and I'll see you next time.